Hello and welcome, folks. This is Bardic DM. Welcome to Seekers of Legend Forging the New Gods, Episode 7. Is that someone popping in, or am I hearing things? I'm hearing things. I'm going to message Nat.
She posted that Discord's not loading up for him.
Ah. Well, at least we know why Krogel won't be in immediately.
Speaking of the devil.
Nope. Never mind then.
In the devil shop, you're wearing fluffy pants.
That would be a worrying sight. Just making sure I've got this the right one. Sorry about this, folks. Just be a quick second, just doing a quick rejig of some of the internal details. There we go, we are no longer under the JRPG category. I need to remember to start changing stuff quicker. How's everybody?
Good.
Good. Better than a plate of beans.
Right. Hopefully with it just being the mic rather than the regular audio, we should be getting none of the weird echo that we've been dealing with previously. But we'll wait and see, and if we get any viewers, hopefully they can let me know one way or another. Okay, right, that out of the way. Let's see, is there anything we've missed off? Is there anything I've missed off the map? No, I think I've got everything that we should need for the big battle. So, ooh, what are you rolling diplomacy for, Verbatim?
I was just making the sound go off in case Nasty was at his computer.
Yeah. Okay. So, apart from that, and hopefully Nashi will be with us in just a second, might be that he's muted or, well, not muted, but...
I'm here now.
Okay,
I said Discord was taking forever to load up, but I got here, like, as soon as I said that.
Yeah, fair enough, dude. Just, you hadn't spoken, that was all. We were just slightly worried that you might be AFK or something. Or else had dozed off again. But that aside, let's see. So, from last time, I think there's only one thing I need to do before we can get into the meat of the melee, and that's to have one or more of you roll stealth checks to see if you can obscure the landmines and bear traps any better than they normally are.
We did take 20 on the bear traps, like landmine. Did you say landmines?
Well, effectively that's what they are, the gel with the detonators.
Yeah, we took 20 on that previously during their original setup.
Right, of course. And so it'd just be the bear traps I need you to roll for them. Okay, that'll up there. Well, Nix is helping, so that'll take it up to a 26. So they now need a 26 to actually perceive them rather than the base 20. Ooh,
I just reach over and pull Nix back before the bear trap goes off on her.
just realised I've did the calculations on the grunt scout's health wrong. I'm having one of those days. But anyway, I'll bring these across for you guys, and then. So I'm bringing you across to the first battle map, so you guys can check it out.
Well,
So feel free to position your characters wherever you think they would be.
I know this probably isn't the safest spot, or at least the spot probably should be, but someone needs to set up the trap.
Oh boy. Okay, you're actually looking to be in the upper reaches of the house, or just by the building?
I'd probably just be around the side of the house trying to stay out of sight, because I just ready to light the fuse.
Fair enough. And Verbatim, what about yourself?
I'm in the tower.
Fair enough. So let's see where everyone else wants to be. If I remember correctly, Nix, you were thinking of putting Rama with the mages?
yeah.
Well, they're just up here. I'm going to say I've used generic tokens for the ones who weren't named characters, because I'm not creating that many individual tokens.
Can
I don't blame you, man.
For one thing, I think I might go insane trying to find enough different character art.
hold on. Let me get.
I'm going to say you're currently standing on top of one of your recruits.
Yeah.
Okay. Krognol's trying to solo this entire fight.
I'm getting ramen. Hang on.
Yeah, I was going to say, Kroggle, I think you might want to move from there.
Oh, okay.
Well, for one thing, you're standing on a bear trap. Which,
Okay, there we go.
The goblins
Yeah.
weren't giving me enough room.
yeah, that's because
Just as a reminder. Let's see about. Okay, good. I'll choose this blue. All around here, there is a silent image of basically what the forest would look like if we were not standing here.
okay. Oh, these goblins
Yeah,
do
because
not.
of this, I will not have burning hands. But everyone else will have sleep, color frame, burning hands.
Oh, this is going to be interesting.
The archers have orders to. They'll open fire once the goblins are past the bear traps. Actually, once they trigger the bear traps, or actually look like they're gonna get past or ignoring them.
I was going to say, and I
Oh,
believe you also had the. Have you still got the bridge rigged to collapse, if I remember correctly, or?
Oh yeah, it's gonna blow up on them. I'm gonna set that off as soon as the last one's got onto it.
Okay, and I believe there was another set of explosives here.
That was the caltrops, I think, and then before I believe the mines were up on the path in front of Krognol's people.
Ah, right. You was missing one.
They're supposed to be like basically right outside the bridge, so it's a pain in the ass to get off the bridge.
Okay, so I'll create another. Marker. Just give me a second. That about right? So the black square, the black rectangle will be where the mines are. That about right?
Yeah, I think that's where Nashi wanted them originally.
Or is the pink one? What's the pink one for, Nashi?
Those are some more call drops.
Okay, never mind. Then you have to put the mines there.
There's call traps over there, and there's call traps over here.
Yeah. There's a second map which, if we get that, if the goblins make it that far, well, I'll let you set. I'll give you some time to set up on that one to let me know where the stuff would have wanted to be, because I couldn't remember if you'd put anything inside the actual main fortifications.
And just a quick heads up, DM, it'll be a will save to disbelieve the illusion of 14.
Okay. Okay, right, time for a series of perception checks from the goblins.
That's gonna be a lot.
I'm doing group rolls because, dear gods, no.
Yeah.
Oh, come on. You act like this is something that we're making sure that it's going to be a death zone.
Well, it's not that. It's more than having to roll 52 perception checks for each thing would probably do me in.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hence, groups for the non-name characters and the 2 name characters. Therefore, I only have to roll 4 checks. For any people who are out there listening, if you ever decide to DM, this is something you should keep in mind. For large group battles, do not individually roll, it will make you go insane. Or insaner in my case. You okay, Nashi?
Right.
So you want it to be a bit like Survivors fighting any war with the Russians. Yes. Yeah, I have.
Or, ever fighting gnomes ever.
Yeah, to a point, although I will say that I was going to say I've not seen many battles involving gnomes apart from the Dragonlance series, and I'm not sure if they count, seeing as they were Tinker Gnomes. Well, the scouts don't. Well, the basic scouts don't see it.
Oh.
Nor do the elites. I don't know, it would be a 6 for him, and then. Nor does the camp scoutmaster. Or the elite scoutmaster. The dice, they hate me.
No, they just want to see lots of things go boom.
I like how your bonuses are all different, but you rolled pretty much the same thing.
Yeah.
I know, right?
11, 11, 12, 12.
Oh.
By the way, my people prepared for this. Once we actually see the enemy. Remember how we've been doing like rhythm the whole entire time with the forge?
Yeah, sequence fighting. Just
No, all of them are gonna either hit their shields if they have them, or hit the ground with their weapon basically rid them once we see them.
Okay, just to let you know, the guys in grey are the ones who I've put as your drill sergeants, and the other 5 groups are the other type, the other archetype.
Oh yeah, I figured.
Just wanted to make sure. I figured, you know, distinctive tokens depending on archetype would make sense.
Alright, and just remember that as soon as the casters see him, sleep spells, just all the sleep spells.
Let's see, so how many
I
people?
also have my Umbral gear ready as a signal horn, ready to go off to blow the dam once I set off the explosives.
Okay, let's see.
Don't do
So
it as soon as you set off the explosives, like a little while after.
okay, I'm just gonna. This isn't exact positioning, but the regular scouts would be going first, so I'm just going to see how many I can fit in, and then just roll some reflex saves.
Yeah, they're gonna enjoy having 20 archers shooting them while they're at like 10 feet of 10 movement speed.
That's presuming they live through getting bear trapped.
And how many of them lose conscious?
Yeah. Okay, group reflex save. At a +1.
One day you roll above a 10, Chris. One day.
To be fair, if all my good rolls keep happening in the game where I'm in on Tuesday, I'm not going to mind. My Slayer has been absolutely slaughtering in that.
Good to hear. You're probably having your luck's finally turning.
Yeah, what?
Oh joy, happy.
Yeah, 7 kills in one session.
Ooh, nasty.
Yeah, for a level 1 character, that's not bad. And now for the damage. Well then. I will say they are technically not quite dead, but they are bleeding out effectively.
I'm going to look at the nearest person to me that I know, other than my goblin friend here, and we'll be like, "This is why we need battle bears."
Good luck collecting the bears.
Should I take that that's your planned sacred animal then?
Nah, that's not my sacred animal. I just say we need battle bears.
I was going to say, well, you're a dwarf, so you could always go and collect dire badges as mounts instead. Yeesh. I was going to say, last time I ran this campaign, that we ended up with a druid with a badge, with a equivalent to a dire badger, thanks to the advanced template mount. It would.
We just end up building a zoo around our encampment filled with dire animals we used to protect it.
Oh God. Well, you can obviously hear the screams of the goblins as they're being crunched by the various bear traps. But you just as quickly hear. Actually, Aros, make me a perception check.
Oh joy.
22.
Well, you hear the military commander, who from the voice you would guess is female, say, "Well, they're better prepared than I expected. Send through the next lot." Forward. And she's
Wow.
well, she's literally having the other regular scouts march over their comrades' still bleeding bodies.
They're cannon fodder. That's what they are.
But not even that. Being cannon fodder would imply they're grunts for the military. They're effectively a militia.
Well, first group.
Yeah. So let's see. I will say the elites are holding back to see how far the goblins get. For again, what I like to call obvious reasons. Such as, yeah, we ain't that stupid.
Okay.
I get the feeling you're enjoying this far too much. I'm just going to move these two back so they don't get caught up in the advancement. Oh nope, that's caught them all. Never mind. I'll just have to move them up one at a time. So these ones are pressure sensitive, aren't they?
Yep.
I was going to say, the ones who aren't actually in the black box will still get a bit of an after effect, I will say that much. So, it's another reflex save for these laddos. Well... Oh dear. That's not enough. And the ones who aren't in it take the half damage. Let's see if I remember correctly. Yeah, 4d6.
Oh my god! Ouch!
Oh.
Finish the remaining guys off.
Joy of joys.
Oh dear. And now I need the survivors to make a quick fortitude check.
And the elites are going, what the hell?
Yeah, it's sort of, no, the elites are going, hell, we were right. Prepared defences, fortified position, this is not going to be good.
I can't wait until they start seeing the magic happen.
Oh, at that point it's going to be all hell breaking loose. Well, the survivors of that particular assault are going to be... Right, I'll just finish marking these lads off.
It's gonna be every goblin for himself.
No, the ones who have failed the save, which I'll get to in just a second, and I will be rolling for the elites and the commanders separately.
No, I'm just saying as they move further, it's gonna end up being every goblin for himself.
Yeah. Oh.
But as I was going, they should be 2 health lower, so yeah. But I was actually meaning that these ones, yeah, they have the sickened condition.
Yay!
Oh, there's your buddy. He's over there, and over there,
and
and
thank-
there,
And thank you to Zaka for following along. Zach XR3 for following along.
Glad to have you, man.
So let's see.
Yes, and by the way, XR3, glad to see you watching, bro. And yes, that is my little brother.
Ah. Well, welcome to you, and welcome to the madhouse. Although if you've grown up with Anna, I'm guessing you're already used to that.
Yeah, I got no defense.
Hey, to be fair, in my family, mad's a compliment.
Alright.
We regularly refer.
So
I was gonna say we regularly refer to our house as the asylum and dogs home.
Now let's see, we got 1, 2, 3.
Now, see, I got a big question.
Go on.
I look over at Zorgon. How does he look after seeing, like 6 of his people just turn to a fine bloody mist in front of him?
Okay, and why have we suddenly got a different symbol to the one I'm recognising? So, just to ask, who put the heart chain symbol on them? Because I did not remember putting that on, and I'm trying to find... I'm just going to swap it over just so I can recognise this. Zargon, I will admit, is he's looking a wee bit disturbed. He's not completely shaken up because as a culture they are very much sort of told that they are not, that low goblins are not even close to low goblins. That they are, they are far below, hence the name. So there's not as much of a connection. So on to the elite scouts. Yeah, they don't make it. Thankfully they're not sick and they're just suffering it. They're just demoralised, as it were.
Well, I really doubt they were expecting fried goblin on the menu today. I really doubt it.
I just like napalm.
The elite commander makes it, but she's the only one. I won't bother I won't bother tagging all the symbols, but see what would be appropriate here. Yeah. I'll do it for this one so I can actually... No, I won't do it for that one because, again, for whatever reason I can't get to the appropriate symbol because Roll20 wants to be a pain in the arse today.
Oh, his heart is broken.
I figure morale penalties and all that it's about as close as I can get to a right symbol without using the bashed in head one. Well, that or the white flag, but that should be for actually surrendering, I think. Okay. I was gonna say, Kragel, did you have something you want to do with Zargon before I have the goblins move on again?
Oh yeah, because there's still low goblins alive, right in the front, right?
Oh no, these aren't low goblins. These are still high goblins.
Oh, they're high goblins?
Yeah, these are.
Sure about those guys then.
Yeah, these are just the high goblins from the normal scouting corps. From the camp.
I tell Zorgon if he wants any of the low goblins alive, he can order them to surrender.
Oh, I was going to say there aren't any low
Not sure
goblins.
how.
As I was going to say, there aren't any low goblins with the forces.
Oh, there's no low goblins with the forces? Okay, then I don't care about anyone there. Only low goblins are important to me.
Okay. Fair enough. Let's see. Well, I'm going to have these lot roll another perception check because, well, they should be making. No, it should be. Yeah. And no, they do not spot the caltrops. So caltrop damage is a D4 if I remember correctly.
Oh, do they have shoes on?
Yeah, they would do. Alright, dude.
Yeah, because caltrops actually have to hit.
Yeah, they usually get an attack roll, base attack bonus 0.
Right, if you want to roll that then.
And because they have shoes on, it's just considered a negative +2 to their AC.
Okay.
But they lose all AC coming from armor.
Okay.
For Pete's sake.
Oh yeah, shield, armor, and deflection bonuses do not count, but they get a +2 AC bonus
Right.
due to shoes.
In which case, I'm afraid that won't be affecting them.
Well, we've done plenty of damage already.
Yes, and
At this point, Emma's just gonna talk to the casters and just go, "Don't cast any spells until we see the elite forces."
right. And I do believe that puts the archer. I do believe that puts them well within range of the archers.
Yep, they'll start. The Slayers will pop up after studying them, getting their I don't remember the name, but I know that they study their targets and get bonus to attack. And they'll start firing.
Okay, so yeah, it'd be, if you want to roll that, it'd be D20 +2. Plus, don't know if you'd wanted them to have taken point blank shot, or if you'd wanted them to take precise shot as their feat.
I'd say precise shot.
Okay, so yeah, so they've all got precise shot. Due to a house rule, folks, in case you're wondering, we're using a variant of elephant in the room. So yeah, so if you just want to roll me, we'll do it as a volley fire.
Dirty 20.
Yeah, 20. That's I'm getting flashes of Agincourt. So yeah, if you want to roll your damage, and I believe you're giving these. I believe you were giving this lot composite bow, so it'd be D8 +1.
7 damage.
Yeah, you don't quite turn the sky black with arrows, but it's getting there.
Give me a few more weeks.
Well, that and more appropriate weather for it. One thing people forget about Agincourt is that it was chucking it down. Hence, not that hard to turn the sky black at that point.
1 second, I'll be right back.
No problem.
Alright, back.
Okay, right. So now oh, actually, that's another point. I can bring in the last 5 of the elites now. Because I actually have room. problem with digital maps. You run out of room so quickly when you're trying to use large numbers.
I look over at Zorgan. I'm just like, I don't think your men are gonna. I don't even think these men are gonna get over to us.
You say that like it's a bad thing.
It is. I want to give them a taste of battle.
Right. Okay.
Until a shield gets covered in blood, he's still a novice.
Alright. Well, the commander's going to give a series of commands and is going to advance their forces. They've sheathed their bows and taken out swords and shields. They're effectively doing a shield wall formation.
And the moment the last of the High Goblins have gotten under the bridge, I'm setting it off. And they're gonna see, as they hear the hissing, they're gonna know tons of alchemists, tons of the blasting gel, bottles of cooking oils hanging above them. They're just a message right from Goblin. Consider this a preview of the fire of hells you're about to see.
Right, well, I'll just see how many there are and get a formation, and then we'll see.
Some of them are probably going to be past the bridge just because I'm waiting until everyone's on it.
Alright, in which case, yeah, I'll take care of that in just a second. I'm just going to remove the corpses for now because it's getting a bit ridiculous. So, you know, best not do it that way. Best delete them individually, because otherwise I'll delete the markers as well, which is not what you want. Oh, and yeah, I will say that the black zone is now considered difficult terrain.
Well, I'm certain there's enough corpses there.
Yeah, I was also more meaning just how much it'd be churned up from the explosion going off. You try finding steady footing at that point. They will go a bit. Yeah, and they will be spreading out and trying to avoid the caltrops because they saw their comrades die.
Not the caltrops.
No, actually. Actually, yeah, it'd be another perception check, so I'll just do that. Yeah, that'll be enough. I'm just trying to make it so that
Caltrops only deal a point of damage. The major thing is the lower speed after you get poked by one.
Yeah. Okay.
I figure probably about a third of them have probably gotten through by the time you're setting it off. So I'm just going to space that up so it's about right. Let's see, 1, 2, 3,
Alright.
4, 5, 6, 8. Actually, we'll swap that one out because that way I can keep as many of the marked ones as possible, and then the rest are all on there. They will get a reflex save when you set it off, just to let you know. See if they can get off the
Yeah, fair enough. I've got to back up after that.
I'll do it as 4 separate ones for groups of 5 because I figure that's about fair.
What was that, Nash?
I was gonna say, as they're coming out, I'm gonna actually move my group forward. Just because my character's starting to get impatient for blood.
Yeah, and right now the casters are all waiting for the bridge explosion, and as soon as Survivor gets from the bridge explosion, sleep spells.
Alright. God. Okay, right. So that's how many will have gotten off before you set it off. So let's see. I'm just trying to think what the appropriate DC for this would be.
40.
And now you just Let's see.
Aww.
What was the roll you got for the engineering? For that one. What was your last?
I don't know, I've made a lot of engineering rolls.
Yeah, I'm just scrolling back to see. Right, yeah, we'll put it at 24 because that was your last engineering roll in the previous session.
Alright. If any of them make it, that would be impressive.
Yeah, okay. That should be... Yeah, it would be that. Yeah, they need a... So, first group.
So close.
Second group. Third group. Fourth group. Okay. I have one other question.
Yes.
Do you want it to collapse the bridge, or are you just looking, entirely into the river, or are you just looking to have it collapse the roof on them?
Both.
Okay, so you're looking for the bridge to be gone, right?
Oh, definitely. I've been planning for a while to fully replace it.
Okay.
It's just an excuse.
Right.
And then as the explosions go off, they see their allies toss everywhere in every direction. I blow the signal horn, and any survivors are swept downstream.
Yeah, I was gonna say, roll me 10d6 damage.
Somehow I cast a fireball before the Arcanist.
I know, it's not fair. But I'm certain there's no survivors in that mess.
And now the survivors have a raging river behind them that they're gonna have a pain in that they're probably not gonna be able to swim across.
Yeah.
And I'm moving away, getting to join up with the regular troops.
And the
No, that should be...
the remaining ones are getting sleep spells thrown on them right now.
Okay, you'll want to... You might want to wait for them to try moving up, because I'm not sure if they'd be in range for you yet.
Oh, they're not in range yet?
Well, just let me double check.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright, I must have miscalculated the distance, never mind.
Because it's... The maximum
they're-
range...
Yeah. Just out of range, darn it. Okay, as soon as they get in range...
Yeah. Well, before that, I'm just going to have the commander make a quick oratory roll. Oy. The dice, they sodding hate me. Oh.
No, the dice just know what a helpless situation the hobgoblins are in right now.
Oh, and Zach, yeah, I get the Warhammer reference, although in this case, I think the hobgoblins of Warhammer would be a bit better prepared than this. For one thing, they'd have mounts. Hobgoblin Khan and his wolf riders. Yeesh.
Ooh, I got an idea. I yell out to all of them, set down your weapons now, and you can be the subordinates of Zorgon. And I'll point to them.
Okay, just rolling a quick check here. And I will say they are getting a bonus to this. Because You've just suggested they become subordinates to a low goblin.
That's the point.
I'm going to give the commander a contested... because she can see this considering it, so I'm going to give her a contested oratory check just to see if she gets any better luck this time.
Alright.
And Righteous Fury strikes!
There's the only natural 20 you're getting this campaign, Chris.
You do realise you've just jinxed yourself there.
Yeah, admittedly you need it at this point.
True. True. So that's enough to shed them of the morale crisis.
For now, I'm walking towards them.
Yeah.
Second volley.
Oh boy. Roll to hit.
Oh yeah, like I said, the troops moved up. I can't move them though.
Oh, can't you? Where do you want them?
Well, Zorgon should be with me.
Okay. And sorry, I'll give you control of Zargon. I was meaning to do that. Just give me a second. Sorry, I should be giving each of you control of your respective NPC, but I've been forgetting to do it.
It happens.
That's another point. So I'll do that in the other one. Just be a second, just realised I've forgotten to do something with my settings. Keep forgetting to turn off my bookmarks bar. Makes the screen so much cleaner. Okay, you should be able to control him now. I think. Yeah, there we go. I'm not putting any stats in yet. I'll do that in a little while.
Oh no, they would have gone right here.
Okay.
Yeah, it works.
And now the past traps are just seeing the men in full planted shields marching up to them.
And have you rolled the attack or? Nope.
17 to hit, 8 damage.
Unfortunately, that misses everyone apart from the scout commander.
Better than nothing.
The non-military one, that is. Because they've got their shields up, so they've got slightly better than us did. Alright then. I'll have these two jog on over. And this lot are going to form up. Okay, so you've advanced. They're going to do the same. At least they are as soon as I can get them to a point where they aren't going to interact with the scenery. Just be a second, folks. Hate when that happens when you try and highlight something as a group and it decides to bring along extras.
They just plan to drag a lot of my cow traps with them.
Well, to be fair, no, that's the zone of rough terrain from the mine, so that'd be a bit difficult.
Just grab onto the holes and take them with you.
And that would then put them in range, I believe. Just double check. Yeah, they're all well within range of even the level 1 spells. So, Emma, if you want to... Are you having yours cast, or...?
Yep, as soon as they're within range, we're casting.
Okay. Right.
And that should be DC 14 for them to stay awake.
So just let me double check that, just to make sure I'm getting that right on the will saves.
Yeah, actually, sleep, I believe, they don't even get a save as long as they're under 4 hit dice. They just fall asleep.
Oh, really?
Yep.
I haven't cast sleep in ages.
I'll need to double check that myself.
Actually, no, yeah, it will negate.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's just double check their background to see what their save should be to make sure I'm not making it too easy on you lot.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it would be not that one.
Yep.
Yeah, okay, so...
The group of arcanists are all just like, boink.
Okay, this is for the non-named characters of the group role. Okay, now for the Camp Scoutmaster. Whoa!
Oh,
And
that person sucks.
that's the Camp Scoutmaster. He's already been hit once, probably why he's having trouble sleeping. It's kind of difficult when you've got an arrow sticking out of you.
Yeah, they all stayed awake, but they all know that magic trying to make them sleepy.
Yeah. Right. Okay. How to do
So
this?
they know magic's there.
Yeah, which is going to freak them out quite a bit. Just be a second whilst I give proper control over certain characters to the appropriate players and them. There's no stats, but if you want to roll, I was going to say actually we'll just do the NPCs as group initiatives for now and then leave it for that for now.
Alright.
Since I haven't statted them out yet because other things. Joys of work. Okay, so roll initiative, folks.
Initiative. Alright. Ugh, 7, really?
Yeah. Need to put that over into the DM notes at some point. Did we just get another one?
Damn.
Yeah, whooch. Sorry, dude. Alright. I think I'll just have the respective NPC groups go on their commanders' turns. It'll make things easier.
Yeah, good idea.
And you know what I said about you jinxing yourself earlier, Arusk?
You need a turn of luck.
That's funny. Alright then, Nix, you've got half the archers. So you're up first.
Okay, let me see here. Alright, so most of the guys are right there. So, okay, how, I guess my question is, the archers, or is that something that you would do?
Sorry, could you repeat that? Not sure if...
How would if I was gonna have like the NPC archers attack, what would be their stats, or is that, or...
just roll me a d20 plus 2 and that's your attack roll, and then it's a d8 plus 1 for damage.
Okay. And they're basically just gonna be a volley on that group right there.
Yeah, I figured. This could be over very quickly.
And I'm assuming that hits at least some of them.
Nope.
Or no. Okay, so then we won't roll damage on them.
No.
What did I do? Whoopsie. And then she will the commanders are in the back, so
Yeah, but you can see them with your elevation.
right. She'll shoot at...
That's the point. Does
This
elevation give a
one.
bonus to attack rolls?
Do what?
I'm trying to remember if elevation gives a bonus on attack rolls.
The melee is
Okay.
only on melee.
Ah. Fair enough. You'd think it would for ranged as well, but...
Make sure. Let's see. Don't have any of those. Okay.
We can house roll it later.
Yeah. Just something to consider for for if I ever do that original system rather than house ruling. Who's that aimed at?
This guy.
Yeah, that hits. And you drop him.
Oh shit. And I'm not moving Rama. He's gonna just stand his orders are to stand his ground unless any of the goblins come attacking the mages or whatever.
Right.
So that's that.
Right. Right. On to the goblins, who are currently armed with melee with their long swords and shields. In the immortal words of every cavalry officer, charge! Actually, could it be, yeah, okay. Actually, that would be right, because it would be a +4 thanks to the...
Oh yay, you're gonna be able to hurt somebody, guys.
Yeah, because Kragel will get... Well, no, Aros would get an attack of opportunity rather, because I think it's not... It's only the adjacent rather than the actual attacker who gets the attacks of opportunity, if I remember correctly.
Either way, I'll trip them.
Okay. Make your trip roll.
No.
Nope.
At least it's made as part of an attack action.
Yeah.
And that doesn't work either.
Nope. Nashi, you just typing up your attack, or?
Oh no, he didn't move like from here to here, right?
Yeah, he's just getting ready to attack, and I'm just going to launch it and see. 15, I'm guessing he's going to miss you, Nashi.
Yeah.
Alright. Next one. Provoking one from Nashi, from Kragel this time. That should be +1 because of his I'm afraid that's a miss because of his shield. Basically, your shield bounces off his. Attack roll incoming on Arusk. 18 to hit Arusk.
Yeah, you really should have finished that armor for me.
4 damage. The goblin's got to land a hit. I was not expecting this game. Well, that was the way my luck's been going anyway. Why does it not surprise me that your brother used to be a Chaos player? Oh well. Alright, let's see. What else have we got? All the rest of your all your soldiers have got reach weapons, haven't they? Krogel?
Sorry, I had to type something.
No problem. Oh, we now have a dwarf singing a Disney parody that would fit at home with looking with LFG.
Not all of them, just the front line.
Yeah. Were you by any chance Were you by any chance watching one of the LFG Disney parodies recently?
The most recent Disney parody I've seen is Deadpool the Musical 2.
No, not what I was meaning. I was meaning the LFG webcomic. They've done a couple of animated shorts parodying Disney songs.
Nope, never seen it.
I'll link Slaughter Your World and This Is War later. They are highly amusing. Okay, right. But just to ask, Nashi, your soldiers, do they have reach weapons or is it regular hammers?
No, only the front line has reach weapons.
Okay, right. In which case they won't be attacking that, but let's see. They can just about get up there. Because the goblins have kind of lost all sense of order at this point, so yeah, one's coming in at Aaron. which thankfully does not provoke attack opportunities because everyone else is packing a bow. And Aaron, have you got a bow out or?
No, I do not.
Figured not. Warhammer or sword, I'm guessing.
Definitely have my Warhammer out.
Right. That's going to be a miss because Aaron's got the highest armor class of the entire group, if I remember correctly.
Yep.
Right. And this one's just going to double move on up. Going to move on up to here. The other 4 are going to stay their turn because their commander's telling them to, and they aren't stupid, and they are actually within reach of her. So, Aaron, you're up.
Yep. I'm just swinging at the guy that's trying to hit me.
That'll hit.
And that'll be my turn.
Okay. Well, he's still standing, which is saying something.
Alright. This guy charged, so I'm just gonna try to stab at the one who tried to attack me.
Fair enough.
Come on.
That'll be a miss.
End of turn. The archers. They're gonna attack the one attacking the military commander.
Fair enough. So, wait, they're attacking.
The soldiers guarding the military commander.
Ah, right. Okay. Misheard. You.
Nope.
Nope.
End of turn.
Wait. Isn't this the commander and that's like the other scout guy?
No, that was. No, this was
Scout
the.
from the camp.
Yeah, I was gonna say the one who's dead is the scout. Is the camp scout master. The military camp master is the one who's still breathing.
Oh, gotcha.
Verbatim, you're up.
Alrighty, while everyone's looking north, or I guess all the bad guys looking north, Verbatim's gonna peek out from his hiding place and take a shot at the commander. It's a light hissing noise as he lights his bolt.
Oh hell! I forgot I gave you. I forgot you made those. Yeah, that's a hit. 7 points of damage. How have I missed that? Yeah, can't believe I forgot that. One of these days, I forgot to fill in the blooming HP. Good thing I've got it down in my notes. Right. Okay.
AO's come and get me and shakes his rump at her.
Okay. Well, she's going to turn around. She's going to say, "Men, follow me when ready. We're going to use the house of the fort as a defensive position. After I deal with that vermin." At which point she's going to point her sword at you and shout, "Come out and face me, wretched vermin!" Which triggers her challenge ability.
Oh no!
I mean, she gets half her level on attack and damage rolls. Or is it? Or am I thinking of a particular archetype and it's full level on regular? Cavalier. Well, it's an archetype anyway, but yeah. Challenge. Yeah. There. Yeah, equal to level. And it's only on damage. So she's going to double move. Okay, let's just... trying to remember, what's the thing to get it to track your movement?
Hit the Q button, I believe, while you have the token selected.
Hang on, let's do it.
Right click.
Yeah, right click or Q.
Okay, that's...
It used to be space, but they changed it recently.
that's reading wrong because it's because my hand's too shaky. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. She's gonna have to make more moves in order to actually. So she's inside the building, but she's have to get up the tower.
Oh, the door is closed and barred.
Oh. In which case she'll get to there, and that'll be her turn. And it would be the scout commander's turn, but Nick saw to that, so... Emma, you're up.
Okay. Emma is really peeved that the scout commander moved because that was going to be her target. But, so Emma's now going to have to... come on, stupid computer, be friendly. Emma's going to move up to here with the casters being told to get into a color spray position. And
Okay, so colour spray position being sort of where do you want them?
pretty much right at the edge, like right along the edge of the blue line. Thinking which Emma would actually be here, such as accidentally get in the firing range.
Okay.
And is going to
Is colour spray 15?
magic missile.
Okay.
This dude here, with the others holding action spells until they get close enough for the color spray.
Right. Oh dear. You see, I think they might be getting off easy just getting slaughtered regularly, because I think if their first proper taste of magic was colour spray, dear God.
Alright, well, 2 points of damage. It's not much, but...
It freaks him out something fierce. I'll say that much.
And also, everyone else just saw my character appear out of the ether.
Yeah, so appears out of nowhere, throws magic bullet at somebody. Yeah, I'd be freaked out if I were in their position.
And she's specifically gonna call at the Scoutmaster. Even if you're in that house, I don't miss.
No, but it might be more difficult if you. But you do need line of sight, so it is kind of more difficult once they're behind walls.
I know, but she doesn't know that.
Fair point. Karagal, you're up. Why do I get the feeling counter charge versus the guys who are holding position is coming up?
Oh yeah, like I look over at Zorgon and I'm just like, you got this, right? And I don't even wait for him to answer. I just charge away from him.
Oh, so you're charging at the other guys. Hold on. Okay, and that will provoke an attack of opportunity from this guy, so I'll just roll for him.
I was gonna provoke from 2 guys. This guy too.
Oh yeah, well I'll roll for each of them individually. Nope. And do you want me to move Zorgon up into position where you previously were? Ooh.
There he is.
Okay.
I picked the movement where I wouldn't provoke.
Okay. So roll your attack against the unlucky fellow.
Yeah, +2 to this.
Obviously. Crunch. He's still standing, but yeah, you hit. And what about your other soldiers? Are they holding position or?
No, they'll start spreading around the caltrops. Especially this guy, he should be able to move over, then move right here, and still get hit in.
Okay, so you want one of your commanders to take over a position that's sort of there? Or would he be
No,
there?
no, one back. He has a reach weapon.
Right, I was just remembering that. And I'll actually have one of the commanders go with them there, and the other one will go around there.
Yeah, should be good.
Have him on the other side so he's not actually getting walloped. Okay, so again for each of these, including Zorgon, it'd be d20 plus 2 for attack rolls. And let's see, if it's a reach weapon, it'd be a d10 plus 1 for the commander, for your officer, and d6 plus 1 for Zorgon. I mean Zorgon, rather. I was going to say, since you've got control, I'll put in stats later this tomorrow, and then you can armor them up as you like.
Okay, cool. I'll roll the 2 of them, since only 2 of them are attacking, really.
Yeah.
No, 3. 3 of them are attacking.
No problem.
Well, nothing hits. We're good.
Okay. Nix, you're up.
Crap. You're in the way, Kroggle.
Well, they've got precise shots, so you don't take the -4.
Okay, so then they'll just, well, even if they, well, yeah, they'll just shoot at the, so they don't take it even with the volley, if they volley them?
No, it's fine.
Okay.
Because it's not technically volley fire as in the teamwork feat action or anything like that yet, so...
Okay. There it is. Oh my god.
And half the scouts are picking up their bows. They're still learning, they've only had 6 weeks training.
That's true. Okay, and next.
It may have just been I didn't want to hit Kroggle.
She's gonna. Oh, that's 25. How much? If she moved to right here, would she be able to see this person clearly enough?
Let's just have a quick look. Just gonna do a quick...
Because, that's a tower.
Yeah, I'm more thinking of the rest of the building and all that, so I'd say probably not.
Yeah. Okay.
Probably have a line of sight on it, but it had cover.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which would be +4 if I remember correctly.
Correct.
Plus...
Okay. Well, she'll just shoot at this guy then.
Okay. And that's against who was it?
Do what?
Who are you targeting?
This guy, the guy right in front of
Oh.
Aaron.
Okay, unfortunately that would miss.
Okay.
You have really bad luck with on some days, don't you, Nix?
Do what?
Yeah, you seem to be having a run of bad luck with some of these sessions.
Yeah, I might have to reload my page here in a minute. Maybe that'll help.
Yeah. It's funny because you. Then again, normally most of your good rolls come out of rolling for Rama, so maybe that's the issue. So, first one will be the one attacking Aaron. Miss. One attacking. First attack on Krogel. Miss, I think. 17, Krogel. Nashi, you there?
Yeah, I'm here. What was up?
You awake there, dude, or are you dozing off?
My daughter said something at the same time you did.
Ah, fair enough, dude. Sorry, just had to check. 17 versus your AC.
Let me double check that, but I don't even think with the reduction due to thing.
Yeah, due to charging. Like I say, I'm expecting you to be in pretty heavy armor.
Okay, where's the one thing on this? I don't like this thing. There it is. No, I'm a 19.
Alright.
Charge.
Right, okay, so that's a miss. Second one attacking Krogel because he's adjacent. And no! Not even close. Alright, and now they're all going. That one's going to. Those two are going to 5-foot step back. Those two are going to advance further back. Oh. Actually, they'll double move. Aaron, you're up.
Same thing.
Yeah, no problem.
And
Miss.
enter.
Okay, Arisk, you're up.
I'm gonna acrobatics just get an attack of opportunity on the guy that's directly. I'm gonna try to avoid attacks of opportunity and try to move around and move through some of the ally spaces to get around into flanking.
Okay. Yeah, that succeeds.
Oh, I screwed that up.
Don't worry about it, dude. Easy enough done.
My goblin just ceases to even exist in this planet, in any plane of existence.
Yeah, well, actually, let's see. Let me get that. He's confirmed the crit, so 11, 18 damage. He's still standing, actually.
Alright, archers, the ones that can see, the one that can see the military commander are going to attack her. The others, you can probably basically just have my attacks.
Yeah. I was going to say, just roll two separate ones, and then we'll have both at d20 plus 2.
Yeah, and the other ones are going to attack the other goblin heading towards the house.
Okay. So, commander first, then the other goblins.
only hit, but the attack roll, the damage was shit. Six, 19 to hit on the first one, 16 to hit on the second.
Second one misses. First one hits.
That'll be hit.
Yeah. So, right, Verbatim, you're up. And I get the feeling the commander's getting another crossbow bolt in the face.
Verbatim reloads his crossbow bolt and fires at the commander.
So I'm guessing it's a light crossbow because that's a move action, isn't it? It's a
move action to reload.
Yeah, of course. Because it was a D8. Actually, wait. Yeah, sorry, just.
He's small. It's a D6.
Yeah.
But it misses.
Yeah. Well, there's a nice chunk in the scenery, though. Commander's turn. Right, first of all, she's going to attempt to sunder the door. Actually, no, I'll just have a make it a. So, yeah. Double check hardness of wood.
Our door is DC 25.
Yeah, never mind then. Okay. Well, that's her out of luck then. She will 5-foot step over here. That's her move action. Try and get a bit more cover. Emma, you're up.
Okay. Emma's gonna notice that this dude here ain't looking good, so he's gonna get a magic missile.
Okay.
And my dog agrees.
Alright, roll your damage. So I am right in thinking it was this one. So I was away from the page for a second.
5 damage to his face.
And down he goes. This is a frighteningly effective group, isn't it?
And I'll be right back, guys. My dog needs to go outside real quick.
No problem. Alright, so Karagel, you're up. Why do I get the feeling 5-foot step and double attack?
I have no idea what you're talking about. But that is exactly what's going to happen.
Yeah, I figured.
Oh yeah, and -2 to these.
Yeah, First one misses, second one hits. Still standing though.
And the little gap there, he's going to 5-foot step.
Yeah. Miss.
And completely missed.
I'm guessing the other two are coming up. Miss.
Everyone's just gonna miss up there. They're gonna be horrible at doing their jobs.
Yeah, they're newbies. And they are fighting actual professional soldiers, so I'd be slightly worried if they weren't missing a fair bit. Nix, you're up. Guessing move action for the archers is to pick up their bows.
Do what?
Guessing the archers are picking up their bows before firing.
Oh. Okay.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. Let's see. Yeah, they'll just keep firing at, well, they'll fire at the two down here.
Okay.
So, no, there it is. Oh my god.
At least they didn't drop it again.
Alright. And next we'll... she'll try attacking this guy again.
Okay. Yeah.
There we go.
He's still standing, but yeah, that hits right. That'll lodge right in his shoulder. What can I say? What can I say? I tried to make these guys so they'd actually survive having this much numbers and this. You know, if they did make it to the fight, that they'd actually get a chance to survive. May have made them too tanky, but right. First one's attacking Aaron. Nope. Second one will attack Kroggle. Nope. Third, nope. They're going to be moving back another 5 feet. Yeah. Okay, so these guys can move to here and here. And that was just a standard move action, so they'll each make an attempt on... Well, they can only do it on a crit, but they'll each make an attempt to try and sunder the door. Nope. Actually, that's a... Well, 19's a crit roll, but let's see if it's... Nah, I can't confirm, so yeah. Aaron, you're up. That's a miss.
Enter.
Yeah. Aros, you're up.
I'm gonna try and pinch to this guy. No.
No.
The archers are gonna fully attack the two goblins so they're after their next chrono. Actually, I'm gonna have it again. The rest are gonna. I'm gonna say a couple of them are going to finish the one attacking Aaron, and the rest are gonna go after Chrognal.
Okay. Roll them then. One's...
Nope.
Verbatim, you're up.
I don't know how this tower looks like from the side. Can I see the commander or no?
Yeah, you're going to be yeah, she's got a bone. She's got soft cover effectively.
Okay.
So effectively a +2.
Alright. In that case, I'll go ahead and start shooting at her, guys.
Okay.
The one on the top here.
Right.
missile one I'll target.
No problem. That hits.
And that'll be it for his turn.
Okay. She's going to make another attempt to... Yeah. Nope. And with that, she's going to sheath her sword as a move action. Alright, you're up. Is Emma still away to dealing with the pop? Yeah. Right, we'll postpone. Or maybe not.
She's probably still walking a dog.
Well, no, because her character's just moved.
Ah.
Emma, you're muted, just to let you know. Don't know if that's intentional.
Oh, sorry. No, it wasn't. My dog was barking away. I thought I turned it off. Yeah, but Emma's going to move there and have the rest of the group kind of fall in behind her. She's also going to dispel the silent image because no one's coming this way.
Oh.
Everyone's going toward the house.
Well, can you blame them in this situation?
Yeah, so now they're just seeing a bunch of people suddenly show up.
Yeah, and Nyx, if you want to, and Nyx on your next turn, if you want to unleash Rama.
Yeah, time to unleash the kitty. But the commander is getting going to be getting a magic missile.
Okay.
Okay. 4 points of damage.
Kragel, you're up.
I'm 5 footing on right here.
Okay.
Doing the same thing as last time. Remember, -2, so only the first one hits probably.
Yeah, first one does hit. And the first one drops him. Alright, anything else?
And
No.
then due to flanking, he misses.
Yeah.
Then the other 2.
First of those 2 hits.
And you said the
D10 plus.
weapons were
Yeah.
D10.
Yeah, D10 plus 1. Not bad damage. Nyx, you're up.
Let's see.
Let me just double check something.
So, see those ones.
Oh, be a bit of a stretch to reach there, but gets through. Unfortunately, there's friendly ones blocking the charge lane for Rama.
Right. Let's see. Well, the archers are going to shoot at this guy.
Okay.
The one in front of Aaron.
Right up.
Or not. And then, Rama is actually going to go. What, honey? Come here. Come here. What?
Little Rama is ready for voice acting.
He's actually going to be. What? What? Sorry.
It's fine. Trust me, I know. I know from having cats from when I used to have cats myself that they will always pick the worst time to want attention.
He's gonna start moving that way.
Okay. Oh, that goblin is not going to know what hit him. Okay. So, goblin time. First one against Darren. That'd be a roll. Well, it still misses, I believe, doesn't it?
Yep, I'm 22.
Yeah, so it can literally only hit you on a crit. On a nat 20. Let's see. The one who has been close to Kroggle is just going to risk the attack of opportunity and run for it. So we'll make your roll, Kroggle. Hits, but he's still standing. Let's see, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. Let's see, still got the other two up there, so you probably got those two fairly well equipped, so I'd say that I'd probably miss against Zorgon, and that one would definitely miss the other guy. Actually, that would be against Aros, because yeah, that definitely missed, so yeah. Aaron, you're up.
Yep. Just gonna keep exchanging misses. And I'm dead.
Okay. This is the one problem with this, with it not being undead. You can't just go in and clear a room. Aris, you're up.
I can get these roll.
Yeah, that hits. So which one is it against?
The one I'm flanking.
Okay, right. Still standing.
Archers are going to take care of the two. We're going to be attacking these two goblins fully.
Okay, so the two that are in between you and Zorgon. Right, yeah.
Nope.
With Batten, you're up.
How high up is the tower?
I'd say probably
20 feet.
yeah, thereabouts.
Alright. So if I leaned out and over a spell that had a 15-foot cone would basically hit all those.
Yeah, I'd say so, although I will need you to make me a quick either reflex save or acrobatics check if you've got acrobatics trained.
Alright.
Yeah, that's enough.
And he hums a little tune, and the tune goes out and turns into razor sharp shards.
Sword of shards.
Damage kind of stunk, but oh well.
And that's against touch AC, isn't it?
I believe it's a reflex save.
Alright. Okay. Okay then.
And now they realize oh crap, we're going after someone who can cast magic.
Yep. Always an unpleasant surprise, that. They're not too bad on the reflex. Not great, but not bad. Yeah, so they managed to avoid it.
And the commander needs to roll as well.
Oh, right. She has it distinctly worse off. Yeah, so she takes 3.
Woohoo! She's just getting hit by spells left and right.
Yep. Okay, she's going to make it, instead of doing what she's been doing previously, she's going to make they're going to make a concerted strength check to try and break it down. So I'm just going to roll it.
So they're all kind of lined up on each other.
Basically, they're just going to try and collective shoulder barge. So I'm going to do it as a strength check, and as if all 3 of them are aiding, sort of thing. Still not a good chance, but... And still no. Sore shoulders all around.
Verpot kneels down. So close!
Emma, you're up.
Alright, let's see up here. Emma's gonna... These 2... Emma's gonna sit there and go... point at the 2 hobgoblins there and just go... If you guys want to lead the others into taking those 2, into helping them take those 2 out, by all means go ahead. I'm gonna keep magic missiling the bitch over there. And, Scoutmaster is getting another magic missile.
Okay, roll your damage.
2.
Death of 1,000 cuts.
It's looking that
Yes,
way.
I mean, it's not much damage, but darn it, it's consistent. It's like,
Yep, every point counts.
Yeah, and I think next level you'll be able to do 2 of them at once.
Actually, hold on. A cantrip Emma wanted to make sure all of her casters would have had was Ray of Frost. So they're all gonna Ray of Frost. The one that's not getting flamed.
Okay.
So that'll be, because they all move a little bit closer. They'll be within range, touch attack range.
Yeah, well, okay, I'll move them up. So let's see, it's a 15-foot cone, I believe. I mean, 15-foot raise, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
With the 2 named characters leading the casting.
Okay,
So that'll be a... What should I roll for the range touch?
have it be, let's see, it'd be D20 plus, yeah, it'd be D20 plus 2 again.
Okay. And remember, this is touch.
Yeah.
And this is Ray of Frost.
Yeah, roll to confirm.
Yep. Then
So 25-foot range.
Oh.
roll to confirm, I guess.
Yeah.
Does 11 confirm touch?
Yes. So we'll double the roll. So you'd already rolled the damage.
So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so they're all doing 1d3 of damage. So that's
5d3. So you could just roll 5d6 as the damage, or you could roll 5d3 and double it.
I'll do 5d6. This will be fun. 17 points of cold damage on that guy.
Ouch.
Okay, how do you want him to die?
This guy is going to freeze solid and then shatter into a million pieces.
Okay. First blood for the newbie sorcerers. Well, newbie arcanists, rather.
And upon seeing that, Emma's just going to turn to her students and just go, "Excellent, well done. Sorry you couldn't do more, but that was beautiful." That was beautiful.
Okay, Karagel, you're up.
Well, I see a party that I wasn't invited to, so I'm going to charge to it.
Okay, so... Oh boy. Okay.
+2 to that, so...
Yeah, that hits. He's still standing. I'm guessing your other guys are all going to be focusing on the one being flanked.
Oh yeah, that guy.
Miss. Hit.
And the first one just add 2 to it.
Oh yeah.
I just didn't want to roll a whole bunch.
Okay, so yeah, you could roll D6 plus 1 and D10 plus 1.
Altogether 10 damage.
Okay. And down he goes. So is it Krogel or the so is it Zorgon or the Lancer who takes it, who deals the finishing blow?
Obviously, has to be Zorgon.
Okay, how does Zorgon kill him?
He's gonna slice open the guy's stomach.
Ooh, nasty. Okay, Nix, you're up. If you want to move the if you want to move your Ranger Corps, just let me know and I'll move them up for you.
Okay.
Let's see. Yeah. Let's say you could probably get them to about sort of in that line forward.
Yeah, I kind of move them to right about here-ish.
Okay. Do.
Like, yeah.
About there? Or...
Where?
Oh, sorry.
Oh, there we are.
Was that what you wanted him, or...?
Move them so that the back line is like... Move them back a square. No, not and up. Sort of. Well, shoot, that puts them right there, right next to that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. That works.
Well, I was going to say, he's about to be distracted by an overgrown furball, I'm guessing.
Maybe.
Well, Rama is only a literal 5-foot step away from being able to attack him, so he could get a full round in.
Yeah, I guess I'll go ahead and do that. So he'll do that.
Oof.
Oh god.
Well, he's distracted. Well, if nothing else, he's not going to be attacking the archers at this point. Although they can see the trio that Kragel's attacking, so... Ooh.
On the same person.
Okay. Still standing, but barely.
Oh, by the way, how's the commander looking?
Distinctly unhappy, I will say that much. Battered and bruised at the very least.
Whittling down, whittling down.
So, your archers, they can see the trio that Kragel's currently engaged with if you want to have them attack. Rose, you okay? Hold on.
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. I think you're not sure if it's at my end or if it's at. You remember there was a little bit of a odd moment there.
I mean, after she attacked, that was the end of her turn, so...
Yeah, I was more meaning... Well, your archers could move and then still attack.
Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot about my archers.
As I say, they can see the three in front of them. They can see these three.
Okay, so they'll attack those three.
Okay.
Or not. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, give them a while once they can actually get some, you know... Once I can stat up the named NPCs, we can use their attack rolls and they'll have slightly better options. Once I've got them properly statted. 5 foot step, 5 foot step. Flanking attack number 1. Flanking attack number 2. Ooh, that one hits. And non-flanking attack. That one misses. So 3 damage, Kroggle.
Finally, this is a real battle.
Aaron, you're up.
Alright. Swing.
And down he goes. How do you want to kill him?
I'll just say I smash his face in.
Fair enough.
And enter.
Arisk, you're up.
I'm gonna charge in flanking.
Yep. I figured that from all the arrows you've been drawing.
Plus an additional 2 from charging.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, that hits. And still standing, but looking distinctly worse for wear.
Alright, my Slayers, they're gonna move up as well, but they're gonna actually take time and just reactivate their study to target. So
Okay.
additional +1 to their attack rolls.
Okay, I'll move them over. I'm guessing you want them sort of back here?
Let's put them south of the soldiers.
Okay, right. Will do.
We really need to name these groups.
Yeah, well, hopefully but by the time you need to do the next big stage battle like this, you'll have them better trained and set up in blocks so you can give them code names, or indeed just name them after the named character that's in command of them by that point.
Yeah, right now Emma's just going. At some point, every caster is gonna have a wand of magic nickel in case this happens again.
Oh, well, that will be a scary, scary day. Okay, so study targets, so they'll be getting +1 on all their attacks from now on against this lot. Against one of the goblins.
Alright, and that'll be it for me.
Verbatim, you're up.
Alright, he didn't really like the effect of that last time, so he's going to try again. As he leans out, he sees Craggle there, and he's like, meh, he can take it. And he will hum a little tune. And do a lot better that time.
Yeah, just a bit.
save.
Well, you don't get... Well, those three managed to avoid it, and Kragel only just roll me a reflex save.
Hey, is reflex save equal to damage?
Yeah.
Well, no, because that's a spell, right? Spell-like ability.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, you're 9.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, however, as you would still catch the commander in it, yeah. The commander goes down.
Yay!
Body cheers. Woohoo! Now the rest of you surrender.
Pretty much exactly what happens. When she goes down, they basically all sink to their knees and surrender.
I will point over and be like, we'll only accept your surrender if your new commander says so.
Yeah, guess who your new commander is?
And pointing over to Zorgon like, that guy.
Welcome to our lives, bastards.
Oh, this is going to get interesting. So why am I getting the feeling clapped in irons and taken back to be locked up for those three?
Oh, definitely.
Yep.
Now, does Zorgon accept their surrender?
Well, well, we're going to have them clapped in irons and questioned for now, and we'll discuss whether they actually get past that after the game, I think, because I think that's going to need to discuss between me and Kragel about how he wants Zorgon's character to develop.
Okay.
Sounds fine with me.
You alright with that, Kragel?
Yeah, sure.
Alright, we're gonna head back. I'm probably gonna break out some of the dwarven ale, and we're gonna have a little celebration.
Rotten steps out of the tower and Feather falls down.
Can we start sending people back and forth between here and there, grabbing any leftover armor, weapons, wood, supplies, everything?
Yeah, that's no problem.
And just because I can, I'm just gonna like catch him as he's feather falling down.
Okay. Right.
Aw, thank you. He'll give me a kiss on her cheek.
Okay, right. Okay, for the most part, I was going to say, I'll go over most of the gear later, but the standouts are the items of the military commander. She's wearing a +1 impervious breastplate, a +1 keen longsword, and a +1 adaptive composite longbow.
Not for me, not for me, and not for me.
Oh, unfortunately, they're all medium.
Like I said, not for me.
There are also a few potions as well, which I'll go over in a second. There would have been more, but several of them were lost in. But well, the medical corps for the scout group kind of got lost with the river.
Oh, well, we can always scour the river for stuff that washes the shore.
Okay, I'm gonna move as.
And why send in the medical corps first? You send them in last.
No, they were on last. That's why they were on the bridge.
Whoopsie.
I was gonna say they were at the very back of the bridge. That was kind of the So if there is anything left, the gods or whatever counts for luck is definitely looking in on you. Apart from Bavatin, that is. Okay.
I suggest, since we kind of laid traps too throughout this place, not just here in the front lines, that you guys that place the traps take the time to go disarm all them, so that when we have people coming to pick up supplies, that they don't blow themselves up.
Yeah, fair enough. I'll get on that.
Yeah, but for the rest of the loot, I'll just say you've got. Well, I'll also go over the Scoutmasters in a little bit. But I'll put the Scoutmasters in general chat for later. But for the military scouts, you got a suit of masterwork, a masterwork breastplate each, a masterwork longsword, and a masterwork composite longbow each.
Does anybody want that +1 impervious breastplate?
I can't use it.
Yeah, it's only between me and you, man. If you want it, you can have it. I'll take one of the masterworks. Doesn't matter.
They just raised my AC by 1. I already got a 21. I mean...
Yeah, I have a 22, so... Yeah, it's fine.
Oh. Okay. Yeah, I'll grab it then.
I'm guessing we hand the longbow over to Aaron then?
I think you mean Nyx.
Longbow to
Shards.
me? Yeah, I was like,
Yeah.
what do I do with this?
Yeah, I think you would have a distinctly miffed Rama. I think you would have a distinctly miffed Nyx and therefore a distinctly miffed Rama if you passed her over for that.
Yeah, you're right. Anything else? Unless anyone takes the longsword, I'll just set it in the armory of the rest of the gear.
Okay. I'm just gonna switch us over to the city level 1 map.
You said it was a +1 masterwork?
It's
+1 adaptive longbow, meaning it'll adapt to whatever strike score you have.
Oh, okay.
also known as the enchantment every archer gets as their first enchantment.
Their second, technically.
True. Well, their first non-mandatory +1 enchantment then.
Eris, are you gonna take that longsword or no?
I can't use long swords.
Okay. Assuming nobody else wants it then?
No, you're the only one who really uses melee weapons, well, traditional melee weapons.
Alright, I'll take it. I will definitely use a keen sword.
I just use the shield of my people.
But they also have those really nice dwarven battle axes, too.
Yeah. Cat's a bit overexcited at the moment, Nyx.
What?
The cat's a bit overexcited. I thought I could hear him pouring about.
Yeah, he kind of stepped off the desk and I caught him.
Oh, yeah, I remember those moments. I had a cat who insisted on climbing up trees and then forgot how to get down.
Yeah, they do that a lot.
Well, they don't know how to get down is the thing. There's only one species of wildcat that can actually twist their back feet around to crawl down.
Fair enough. I'm gonna say. Then again, this was also the same cat who was the reason I never opened my windows in my bedroom, because she'd insist on trying to sleep on the windowsill whilst it was open.
Whoopsie!
Yeah, it gave me a blooming heart attack.
Alright, I'll go about taking care of the traps. I'll tell you, Yasha, go tell Carrick to break out the booze.
Alright. Yeah. So, I was going to say, there's much celebration because, admittedly, you are also currently now cut off from a large chunk of the rest of the continent, from the rest of the land, because you've got no bridge. That also means that.
Oh.
Yeah, but I got that handled. Once everyone's hangers worn off, I got projects in mind.
Yeah.
At least we didn't wash away everything with the flood. You
Yeah.
need to?
Yeah. So that probably means you've got another probably 6 to 9 weeks before you'd have to deal with another confrontation.
Alright, then once probably like the second day, or probably third day, depending on how many hangovers there are, I'm basically going to get the engineers together, and I'm going to tell them to start planning out a drawbridge to replace our bridge.
Right, so, and I'm guessing you're going to be...
Instead of ropes, pretty heavily reinforced.
Right.
And after that, I'm going to say Palatine wall around the camp.
Right.
Let's make it out of wood, but since that'll be quicker to get up, but slowly replace it with stone once it's fixed, once it's set up.
Right.
Are we gonna repeat the partying, or?
Yeah, I was going to say, feel free to go a little wild for a bit.
Alright.
Eris is off dancing.
Yeah, and the bottom, if you want to make me a quick perform check of any variety to try and put together some music for the party.
Sure.
Yeah, that'll do. So you've got some...
And Emma, to help add to the party, is going to cast Dancing Lights to add to the party mood.
Oh dear, we've got the first nightclub in a fantasy setting.
Yep.
Just as long as the music's better quality than what we get in modern nightclubs.
I'll be right back. Gotta walk the dog.
No problem.
Aaron, on the other hand, will actually take a more serious action, start compiling like all the armor and weapons, and start creating a list of what we need to make.
Okay, fair enough.
And once the dancing lights are up, Emma will actually be going to a more secluded area to keep trying to work on the library idea she's coming up with.
Okay.
And making designs for a clockwork style printing press.
Oh boy. Industrial Revolution and deific... I'm going to say... Industrial Revolution and deific Revolution all rolled into one.
Eris like start dancing after he's taken care of the trash, but eventually, just considering his performance, he just goes off to drink.
Fair enough.
But yeah, I'll go ahead and roll that. This is more just for trying to design for...
Yeah.
She's right now just trying to go through the design phase of printing press and a typewriter. Okay. This is the printing press, and this is the typewriter.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, you've got solid designs that will definitely be workable and fairly simple to put together for the most part. Chief issue is going to be getting a ready enough supply of ink and paper. Parchment or vellum or whatever you want to use.
Yeah. And she's also gonna start looking at the animal any animals skins we have, because for those of you watching who do not know, medieval manuscripts were not made out of paper; they were made out of animal hide.
Yeah.
You know the sad thing is, if these were regular goblins, you'd be committing the most sacrilegious thing in the world by making a printing press.
Yeah.
Yes, but if they were regular goblins, you also wouldn't have taken Zorgon on as an assistant because he'd be too busy trying to burn you alive.
That's the exact reason why I would take him on as assistant.
Yeah, sorry, it's never going to be regular Galarian goblins with me. I cannot stand the little buggers. which is
But yeah, this is just a project she's kind of working on in private. If any of her students want to ask or want to help, she'll accept their help, although she'll encourage them to go and enjoy the party.
yeah.
Yeah, we're proud of you guys. Let's come on. Let's get some energy going.
I was gonna say a lot of them. I was gonna say it's probably a pretty alien concept for them, to be fair.
Yeah, Emma's not really a partier. More of a nerd. She's more of a study nerd.
No, I was more meaning, yeah, you've been in a slave camp. Celebrations are not a normal thing.
Oh, we need to fix that.
This is true. Okay, so I believe the other thing so you've got so there are many hangovers the next morning, chiefly because they are really not used to drinking and they got a little bit overindulgent.
Henry School will wait until the next day before he drops the Oracle onto them.
Okay, so if you want me to make if you want to make a craft engineering check, and if Bottom, if you want to join in and help out with this for the designing the the palisade and the drawbridge.
Emma will assist with any ancient designs she remembers in history, since I have knowledge engineering.
Okay, not a problem.
There's my assistance.
Okay.
And I guess Erisk is making the main check.
Yeah.
For fuck's sake, come on.
And reroll that, Erisk.
Oh, it's a good thing there's multiples of us.
Come on.
Can I have him reroll the same roll, or?
No, it's one roll, but between the three of you, I'll say that you can get some designs. I was going to say the chief issue for time-wise for the I was going to say if you want to roll another check, Arusk, fair point. Yeah, if you want to take 20 on this, then that's fine.
Yeah, I'll take 20 on this.
If we can take 20
27.
on these, we should just start taking 20 all the time.
Yeah, fair enough. I will say that'll slow things down a little bit, but the biggest issue is going to be harvesting enough wood to get things set up.
Yeah, send someone to the axe and start clearing out the trees to the eastern part of the camp. So we're going to need to clear those away so we can't have people sneaking up on us.
Okay.
And while this is all going on around, Emma's gonna start having quotes flying around, trying to pinpoint the bandit activity that's still going on.
Okay.
And once we have a 2.
Everybody's still drunk.
Oh great, the bird got into the booze.
Yeah, Quoth got drunk.
Well, familiars are known for being a right pain in the ass for that sort of thing.
Everyone's just giving the raven booze just to see if they can get drunk.
And Emma just sighs and goes, "He's a magical bird. I don't really think he can." Oh my god, he got drunk.
Yeah.
How much alcohol did you give my bird?
Well, it could be worse. They could have given it to Rama.
You may have taken a bath.
No, I'm
That
more...
would be terrifying. Okay, this will be one for the rest of the week.
Okay.
Oh, and another 13. Okay, Quoth is not having a good time.
No. I was going to say, oh boy, tiger with a hangover. Yeesh.
That's scary even to just think about. Oh, damn it.
Yeah.
But while helping with the bridge, Emma will at least give some information on the bandit activity and where Quoth saw it initially and how she's going to try and have Quoth keep looking, see if he can pinpoint it.
Well, I was gonna say over the week, over the week he would be able to over a week he'd probably be able to narrow it down and get a fairly close to where the camp probably is. I was going to say, so if someone could make me, if either Nyx or Aris could make me survival checks.
I don't have survival.
Alright, Nyx, if you wouldn't mind making a survival check.
Rocco, maybe?
Yeah, I can do a survival. Or Botton's got it.
Yeah, fair point.
Mhm.
It's just basically to see how long it takes you to... Yeah, between the two of you, it'll probably take you about 3 weeks to get enough of the trees down to, you know, negate the cover and get enough wood to get things started. You know, with you assigning teams and telling them how to do it and all that.
No problem.
Alright,
I'll also join the trip to the bandits whenever we get the time.
Okay.
yeah.
Right, the other thing obviously is that, can I include that? Yeah, I didn't that.
And I think around this time, considering all the work that was done for it, Emma's clockwork automatic fish traps should be done by now.
Oh, yeah,
and
they-
ready to be in use.
Yeah, they'll be in use. They'll be in use by now. I was going to say, I'm not advancing the 3 weeks straight away. I'm just sort of saying that that's how long that, you know, the woodsman will have to be at it.
Mhm.
I believe you also mentioned wanting to go to the Ludus, you know, the gladiator camp. Would it be bandits first, then gladiators, or?
I'd say bandits first, just because they're closer.
Yeah, fair point.
Yeah. And they also know the lay of the land, and probably know more about the defenses and stuff of of all the camps.
And the gladiators, how long would it take us to go there?
2 weeks there, 2 weeks back.
So we'll see. Depending on the response time, we need a way to keep in contact with the camp.
Alright. Okay, and
Do you really want to stir up some trouble? We got a whole bunch of glass things over here that signal to the other place. Just drop them all.
I don't want them coming any sooner than they have to.
I was gonna say, and the other thing is, of course, if you want to interrogate the goblins during the first week.
Yeah.
Sure, I'll talk to them, try to see if I can get a response, figure out how long it will take, how long the response will be.
Okay. So that'd either be either diplomacy or intimidate.
Come the hell on already!
There's the bard being scary. A gnome being scary. I love this image.
Yeah, to be fair, it's a gnome paramaniac being scary. That doesn't surprise me.
Little fire to the toes, and
Our heroes, everybody! Oh, and just to say, Aros, as if Sorgon's position can get any weirder, he's already the goblin who got carried off by a dwarf. Yeah, I'd say, okay, you've definitely got. So, what information are you looking for?
If they don't hear back from anyone, how long will do they think the response time of the military camp will be, and what kind of force will we be looking at?
They would give it a. They would be expecting 4 weeks for potential return, because there would be potential of because it could take up to a week to pacify or locate with potential guerrilla forces. So they'd give 4 to 5 weeks for a return, and if there was no return after that, they'd probably they would probably, given the force that was sent here, particularly as the commander did communicate back that they'd met up with the camp scoutmaster, they'd probably take an additional 2 weeks to locate additional forces and prepare a more more prepared strike force, and would assume for an entrenched position. So you'll probably have 10. So you'd probably have 10 weeks before, and they would almost certainly in that time have called for at least one of the priests of Rakash for additional support.
When you set up camp before coming here, was there an area in which you set up? Was there an area that was better placed than any of the other ones? In other words, if you were to set up camp before hitting here, before we saw you, where would be the best place?
He describes he describes a small cave. He describes a small sort of subterranean cave system that they use as a camp. That has 2 feet. That's got a ceiling of 2 feet of stone to block scrying.
Did you leave anybody behind there, or is this your full force?
It was the full force. It was not meant. It was not. It was expected that we would be. It was not expected that we were expecting you to have mobilized, fortified within the mines rather than within the main camp. So we were expecting to at least be able to get a foothold on the other side of the bridge to establish a camp there.
Well, we're glad you didn't double check your intelligence.
Well, to be fair, the last intelligence they had was from the camp scout, and he just said that there had been fighting, not that there had been, a potential slave revolt, not magic users.
So they didn't have any intelligence, gotcha.
Well, to be fair,
I'm not being fair.
As I was going to say, as far as
is not about being fair.
from the information you get, as far as they're aware, the only other spellcasters known, apart from Lord Rakash and his priests, are all located in the capital. And they're all part of the Royal Guard. The Flame Touched, as they're called, which he describes as red-skinned hobgoblins.
Or bot grins.
So yes, there'd probably be 10 weeks. And they also say that most likely it'd either be Major Nabrak or potentially Colonel Shassan, who's the overall base commander, who might be coming out. It's more likely to be Nabrak, though, who's sort of the chief field leader. Also known as Troll's Bane.
Is the guy who does traps with us?
I'm right here.
Okay. Can you make a trap that triggers after a certain amount of times it's been triggered?
Potentially.
So if we set up like a pressure trap in those caves, that after 10 people step on it, it explodes.
I will say that from the information you've got, most likely they would not make use of the cave for the new group that's coming, because it will be a larger force, and they wouldn't fit in the caves. You'd probably be looking at a force of 100 to 200.
Alright. Well, while that's going on, I'm going to have Yasha begin training up more fighters, more archers, who are improving the ones we currently have.
I will say you can't really improve apart from general practice. Basically, you can't get them to level up yet, I'm afraid.
Yeah, whatever might have been possible.
Oh yeah, over the next 10 weeks you can get, if you can make me a, let's see, If you want Slayers, it'd be survival or knowledge local. Rangers, it'd be survival. If you want Hunters, it'd be knowledge nature.
Rogues?
Rogues would be knowledge local.
14.
You said for hunters it'd be survival or nature?
Nature for Hunters.
Alright. We just train a dozen rangers all who have dire bear companions.
Well, you can't get the dire bears yet. But let's see. But yeah, you've got 14 rogues and you've got 12 hunters. They would do a ritual to summon an animal companion. Am I guessing right? But they most likely would try and aim to get a tiger just because, well, Nyx has been their inspiration.
I mean, a few of them might. I mean, I can. Some other ones might go with something different, like a wolf, or they might choose to get, I don't know, an eagle or something.
Okay, we'll discuss afterwards what you want.
I don't know what I can't remember what the full list is. So,
right, well, we'll discuss it during the week about what you want the breakdown to be.
Yeah.
If you've got the time, if not, we'll do it before session on next Sunday. If you're alright with that.
Emma and
Let's see.
Morana will see if anyone else wants to learn the arcane arts. Because we had a pretty impressive display with that Ray of Frost. That was awesome.
Yeah, just a bit.
Yeah, I'm not getting anybody.
Oh no, you can still get a few, but I'll need you to roll me a spellcraft check.
Okay.
Just for a second.
We need some pinchers, by the way. So we'll see if we can't get some cavaliers or something.
Alright, 17, so that's not that bad.
Okay, so yeah, I'd say you're able to recruit another. I'd say you're able to recruit another 5 people, and they've all got the talent to be arcanists.
Sweet. And same thing, once they've gotten to the point where they reach level 1, another ritual to make their first spell books.
Oh.
And one detail I forgot to put last time is each of the spell books, their first spell book, there will be a small raven, image of a raven somewhere.
Okay, no problem.
And the back binding.
Hey, for Boston, I have an idea.
Okay.
Think you could rig the approach from the forest to trigger a landslide?
I can try.
So you want to rig? Well, I was going to say not without the approach from the forest on the other side of where the bridge will be.
Yep.
You do realise that'd cause you to lose your new bridge again.
Well, no, I was. Can we go back to the map?
Sure. Also, Kragel, if you want to train any more fighters, cavaliers, or anything else, it'll be knowledge dungeoneering for all of them. Oh, and that's the
I
wrong.
also plan on setting the drill sergeants to find more people.
Okay, that's no
what they're
problem.
paid for.
So you can. Okay, in which case, make me another roll, and I'll apply a bonus and tell you how many you can recruit.
I'm not really aiming for the bridge. I'm aiming more for the tree line to basically cover that approach in case we get attacked from that angle.
Oh, so you're thinking. So where were you thinking? Just.
I'm not on the map.
Oh, sorry. Have I not moved you guys out? Sorry about that. Apparently I'm a bit absentee of the brain tonight.
Covering around that area.
Well, I was going to say, most of that's going to be gone.
Well, I know, but I mean, it's more of a last resort. Like, if an army approaches that way, we're bringing the mountain down on top of them.
Oh, in which case, yeah, that'd be no problem. Sorry, I didn't realise what you were meaning.
It's fine.
Okay, yeah, you're able to get you'd be able to. I'd say since you're using your group of 5, I'd say you're probably able to get it up. So you've currently got 30 fighters. So I'd say you're probably able to match your current number again. So you've probably got another 30 you can train up to different classes, Kragel. which covers fighters, cavaliers, swashbucklers, and even barbarians. Although for anything that's not a fighter, you can't train them in archetypes.
Oh yeah, I don't plan on training them in archetypes. I need some cavaliers now.
Although you will need to find them mounts.
Yeah, because they can be normal companions like everyone else.
I was going to say, there is the...
Go
I
ahead.
was going to say, Verbatim, if you want to make a knowledge engineering check to try and rig that last resort.
I'll lead him.
Okay. Roll. There we go. Okay, yeah, that's going to be one heck of a bring down. You can even probably make it so it leave most of leave it so it won't do too much damage to your palisade once that's up.
I'll even suggest putting it further distance away if they risk damaging our walls. That was more just a gesture where I'm trying to aim it.
Yeah, it's not that so much as I'm just thinking you're bringing down part of a mountain, anywhere close to a palisade. You're probably going to be putting it at some kind of risk.
Yeah, fair enough.
I mean, let's be fair, palisades are not exactly the most stable when you do something that equates to an earthquake. Blech.
That is absolute last resort.
You don't say.
Got a question. With the blasting gel, do we have the ability to make more of it?
You could probably reverse... You'd need to find... You could probably... Anyone with craft alchemy could make a check to try and figure out what the contents are, and then you could try and find the right ingredients.
Okay. That's something Vermont's going to be working on.
Right. Also, once Emma, after a while, Emma, when she, on an off day, she will go to RS and pretty much go, I just wanted to thank you for all the help of trying to make a library, and I noticed you were writing.
Yes, it was after we met the Queen, I was thinking, I want to write stories, I want to find a lost history, I want to write the stories of people like her who were forgotten about, whose actions were forgotten, make sure they could be seen by more people.
Well, that's good. And Emma gives you a typewriter.
Ooh, thank you.
I have also made a printing press so we can make written word faster. Still need to work on ink though.
Yeah, we can figure that out in time. I think at this point we need to get to the bands. We need to get to the gladiator camp.
Okay, Kroggle?
Yes.
Just to say, you'd probably have about 15 of them being small. Most of the small races aren't as interested in the direct melee. They've been more going towards either ranger or rogue or hunter.
Okay, so that's gonna be my wolf riders. Got it.
Oh, if you're looking for actual animals, just to say, yeah, if Nyx wants to make a survival or knowledge of nature check, she can find you appropriate mounts and stuff.
Okay, try and find a bunch of wolves because these guys get animal companions.
Alright, Emma she hears about this, will assist for knowledge nature.
Okay. I was going to say, there are two different types of mount you could recruit that you can find in the area. One is wolves, yes, if Kroggle really wants to go with the small route. There are also dire goats, the size of horses.
We have our vanguard.
Dire goats. I'm so happy right now.
With the actual use that I'll be using them for, the wolves will probably be better.
Fair enough. I was just wanted to run it by you that you didn't have to go for small cavaliers if you wanted to have, a different option.
Ooh, I had a main idea. Make the goats mounted archers. The goats could get anywhere.
Oh god.
Oh god.
Mountain goat archers. Oh, it's worse than the blooming Mongols.
everybody, the Goat Riders mounted archers, and Chris is considering them worse than Mongol warriors.
Oh, that's beautiful. Alright, but once...
Well, I'm right in
Cole
thinking
has
Mongols were the ones
pinpointed,
who
she'll
pioneered that,
show on a
right?
map where where she's pretty sure the bandit camp is.
Yeah. Right, I was going to just say we're going to leave the actual confrontation with the bandits for next week, just because it's getting kind of late. And one other thing, with the final claiming of your land, congratulations, you've reached your next milestone. Welcome to level 3.
Yes, 2d6 sneak attack.
Hold on, Yay! Level 3! Level 3!
Oh.
I now have exotic weapon proficiency, Fanged Saber. And now it also has finesse training. So dex to damage and additional 2d6 sneak attack. It's up to 2d6 sneak attack.
Oh dear. Oh, and for those of you watching in the chat, I'm about to link, since I've not got it... Oh, and Zach, if you're interested, I'm about to post a link to our Discord for the campaign.
Quick question, DM. It is over half, or you can do half, because I rolled 2.
Yeah, yeah, I was going to say, if it's not half, then you take the average.
Okay. And I think... Oh, yay! More spells.
I'm up to 29 HP. We got a Frankie rogue.
Anyone have fun ideas for my next exploit?
Mm-hmm.
Quick study.
Do you have dimensional slide yet?
No, I'm actually debating between quick study and dimensional slide because they are both really good.
Yeah, I was going to say the only other option I'd have said would be the whole absorb magic item thing, but but you can get that later.
Yeah.
What do you currently have?
Oh, I actually got an extra exploit, so I got the familiar and armored mask, so I don't have to worry about having mage armor.
Yeah, armored mask is by far one of the most useful ones they've ever come out with for Arcanist. 1 point, get mage armor, and then for an additional point at will, you can gain the benefit of Shield of Faith.
Oh, definitely. That was ones I really wish I could have gotten for Corwin.
Yeah, unfortunately, it came out after we were most of the way through the game, and it was starting to.
And is that third party or?
No, that's
No.
Paizo printed.
And it actually wasn't that late. It was more so just I didn't have space for it.
Fair enough. Yeah.
Those and potent magic.
Yeah, quick question, Chris. For a quick study, could that be me for all my spells?
Just let me double check the.
No, all spells.
Yeah, effectively it would be. Just let me double check.
I might go with that one and get dimensional slide a little bit later, but
Let me just double check.
all level 1 spells and level 0 spells, everybody. They're all mine.
Oh yeah, the ability to swap spells out as a full round action. Yeah, basically, yeah, you could swap out any level 1 arcane spell for another one.
Also, Chris, that will probably be the exploit that she is going to encourage all her students to have.
Yeah, that's fair enough. I wasn't sure if you'd be encouraging them to have the armored mask.
It will be a choice between those two. She'll let it be their choice.
Yeah, because
So
armored.
those who want to be more versatile and those who want to make sure they have armor.
Yeah, it's probably for the most part going to be the latter, just because if we're actually going to be in and helping you fight, basically the ones who are intending to help fight, they're going to be taking armoured mask, and the ones who are planning to be researchers are going to take the other, because, if we're going to be fighting, we don't have the fancy robe that gives us +1 armour. We want armour.
Yeah, and any of our students that are humans will be having the extra exploit feat.
Oh, I wasn't sure if they'd be taking fast learner.
Well, humans get 2 at first level.
Yeah, this is true. I was just thinking
fast learner and Arcanist exploit will be the ones that shall incur.
Yeah, because fast learner is a broken feat.
Yeah, just that and extra Arcanist exploit. So humans will have 2 exploits.
Yeah. In which case they will have both, because, well, the 2 are pretty cool combo.
Yep.
So, right, that's going to be it for this week, folks.
Thank you for joining us.
Yep, thanks very much, folks. Hope to see you next week, when this lot go bandit hunting and gladiator recruiting.
For once, not in the usual sense of bandit hunting.
Yeah. Oh, just what the goblins need to be dealing with. You lot with even more information. Oh, that won't cause no end of chaos, not at all.
Verboten's going to be working on the reverse engineering the explosives of gel, and once he has that, he's going to start working on making it sticky.
It looks like the way that I have to set this up is all the small wolf warriors are going to be sadistic.
I'm just going to close out. Right, well, as I say, if you want to join, just before we go, folks, if anyone does want to join, link to the Discord is in the chat. Take care, and see you next week.